Hello, beautiful soul. Today I have something very special for you, a conversation with Wayne Dyer from the afterlife. Wayne, are you available for a conversation? You've been on my mind ever since the Lahaina fire. How does or did it affect you on the other side? Sure. I've got a lot to talk about. The fire was like a punch to the gut at first. The devastation, the depth of emotion that we acutely feel even over here. Sadness for what was lost. But that swiftly passed and was replaced with admiration for the gutsy people determined to make a big comeback. The spiritual essence of Maui cannot be dampened by such trivialities. At this moment, our conversation was interrupted by a vision of Maui as a Zoftig woman wearing a colorful muumuu. She smiled as her eyes met mine. Then she holds up her gown and she dances a sprightly jig. There's nothing under the sun she hasn't seen. This certainly isn't the worst challenge. Besides, she's already working to clear away the detritus and spout new growth. Newer, bigger, better, more robust. She's got a big vision for the future and will not be defeated. See what I mean? Besides, you know energy cannot be destroyed. The spirit of Maui is a powerhouse. Best not to waste time mourning what was. It's a new day. Look to the future and keep moving in that direction. In fact, it's a glorious day. Revel in it. Allow it to positively influence your disposition and outlook. Just then, John Denver popped in singing the refrain, "I'd rather be in Colorado." Just as quickly, he pops back out. Does this mean that you're working with John, Maya Angelou, and the others on the Gaia project? Yes, among other things. My work is more people-based, but I keep my finger on the pulse of the Gaia project because one day I will be back. I've got big plans for my next incarnation. Besides, there are people I love who are impacted by the dissonance and catastrophes. Anything else you want to say about Maui? I'm sending deep, abiding love. My soul is intrinsically connected to Maui. Your work has positively influenced generations. Now, as humanity experiences perhaps its greatest challenge, what wisdom might you share? Never give up and never give in where your eternal soul is involved. Seek higher ground, literally and figuratively. Tune into the forces of nature, to Gaia. If you listen, you'll hear whispered reassurance. You'll also hear nature asking for help where needed. Mostly, you're encouraged to just stop, take a beat, open yourself to grander possibilities. Did you know that if you just slow the assaults on Gaia, that you provide an opening for transformation? Incredible, yes? She has the wherewithal to heal, complete her rebirthing, and move into her own fourth dimensional life if you just give her the space. She demonstrated that magnificently during your pandemic shutdown. Are you hearing what I'm saying? Now imagine if you did more than just slow down. Imagine if you stopped some of the harmful assaults on the mother who nurtures you. She has a purpose, just as you do. Her purpose is first to be the best Earth she can be. Then it's to nurture, support, and sustain the life given into her care. That means you and every other living being on the planet. She's not down for the count. I encourage you to move down that path of possibility and watch her flourish. Yes, there will be more catastrophe. That's part of the necessary healing before her transformation. Give her a chance. Give yourself and your loved ones a chance. Stop the madness and look for ways to work with your fellow citizens for the good of all. You've got to start sometime. Put down your weapons, including bigotry and hatred, and pick up tools to groom the earth below your feet. Nurture and restore. Send Gaia positive love and energy. Then stand back and watch the magic happen. Your time would be better spent cultivating the earth in this way than on any personal differences of opinion or belief system. It doesn't matter that your neighbor might pray to another deity than you. None of that matters. You'll remember that one day because you already know it in your soul. Stop looking for reasons to create conflict and strife. Open your eyes to the truth of divine love. Nothing eclipses love. Allow love to be your default setting, and you will transform the world. Remember that old song? He's got the whole world in his hands. That's true. But it's also true that you, as a co-creator, have the whole world in your hands. That's some powerful juju. What will you do with that power? Will you infuse it with love and allow it to blossom into a glorious new world? I encourage you to sit down, make a list of your grievances, annoyances, complaints, and the like. Go ahead, make it as long as it needs to be so that you can purge all of that nonsense, because it is nonsense. How many of those things really matter when your life is on the line? What if you were a resident of Lahaina when that fire broke out? Do you suppose you'd focus on those things, or might you have different priorities? Open your eyes to see what your real priorities are. I can assure you, they won't have anything to do with how your neighbor worships, or votes for that matter. When you wake up as a people and work together for the greater good, now you'll be making a real difference. That's satisfying soul level work. That's your priority. That's where you can make the most difference, or not. I can tell you from my perspective that too many souls are suffocating under the weight of ego, grievances, and their dark outlook. Lean into love and let the personal grudges go. Otherwise, you're going to be mighty unhappy with yourself when your time to exit this life comes. I promise, you came with a grander purpose, and every day that passes brings you one day closer to your departure. Make your days count for something. I made that choice during my life as Wayne, and it was the best one I ever made. When your days hold soul-satisfying meaning, there's nothing that compares. All those egoic concerns melt away in contrast. You wake up every day excited to be alive, to participate in this grand experiment of life. Embody the truth that you have the power to create your reality with your thoughts. That's not a bunch of New Age mumbo jumbo. It's rock solid divine truth. But you have to believe and take action to experience transformation. Action, like lighting the fuse on a firecracker. That's when fast transformation and magic happen. Give it a try. Test for yourself. What have you got to lose but a lot of unhappiness and outright misery? It's okay to let yourself believe in magic and happy endings. You're creating this experience, so why wouldn't you create the very best? Take a chance on yourself and allow for the possibility that what I'm saying is true. It is, by the way, true. Only truth is spoken here in the fifth dimension. Thank you for the passionate speech, Wayne. Is there anything else on your mind? You're either going to live to see tomorrow, or you're not. If you're not, then everything will change for the better in marvelous short order. But if you're staying, then why not do your part to spread love and sunshine as you transform your world, one thought, one step at a time. Make it a place that nurtures and pleases for all. Stop holding on to possessions that are worthless on the other side. He who has the most toys and doesn't share will find that a meaningless victory on the other side. It's never the wrong choice to treat one another with kindness. That doesn't mean allowing yourself to be victimized or taken advantage of. That's not what we're talking about here. What I'm encouraging you to do is to see one another through the lens of divine. Each soul is a beloved child, a work in progress, yet perfectly living their purpose. Some you'll want to stay far away from because their idea of perfect and yours are incompatible, while others only need understanding and compassion to nudge them onto a better path. Their angels are doing all the heavy lifting. but a word or act of compassion could be the catalyst that spurs them into action. You have that power when you lead with love. There are presently many dark forces conspiring to foment chaos and strife. Some days it may feel as if they're winning. They are not. That is an illusion cleverly designed to discourage you so that you give up and defeat yourself, for they cannot defeat you. That's the dirty little secret they don't want you to know. They cannot defeat you. They can only trick you into defeating yourself. You've got all the power to prevail. It will take determination, diligence, and positive action to turn the tide. So my recommendation is to get started ASAP. The dark ones wait around every corner to trip you up and send you flailing down a slippery slope into hopelessness and despair. They puff themselves up to look powerful and dangerous. They are not. They have already lost, unless you throw in the towel and surrender. Now is a pivotal time. Open your eyes to fully recognize the truth of the matter. Set your course on the truth, the love light trail, and keep moving. Stay steady and keep going, no matter what distractions they thrust upon you. Keep your focus on being a beacon of love light, doing what feeds your soul, and experiencing unmitigated joy at every opportunity. That is your powerful shield, one they cannot penetrate. You see, there's nothing to fear, everything to gain, and a whale of a delightful adventure to be had. With that final declaration, Wayne unceremoniously departed, leaving nothing but his powerfully reassuring words behind. And somehow, that feels perfect. You know, I have a feeling Wayne and I are going to have another conversation in the not too distant future. If you have questions you'd like to ask of him, please put them below in the comments section, and I will gather them up to ask him the next time we talk. Thanks for being here. Thanks for watching, for supporting my channel. I deeply appreciate you. Until next time, this is Debbra Lupien, voice of the Akashic Records. Bye for now.